This girl was babysitting when she heard a knock at the door, then later, Mom got a chilling text. But before we start, please make sure to subscribe to Did You Know and hit the bell so you never miss an upload from us. Also, leave a like right now. Life is full of the unexpected and the dangerous. Sometimes situations arise that offer us the rare chance to push past our own fears and allow us to step up and do something incredible for someone else. This story is about a young girl who found herself in a rather hairy situation and the chilling message that would ultimately save her life and the life of someone very dear to her. 14-year-old Savannah Jones had been tasked with a big responsibility. Her older sister had given her the chance to prove how grown up she was by babysitting her 4-year-old niece Zoe at their family home. Savannah and Zoe were playing together in the living room. The 4-year-old's toys were strewn about on the floor and the TV was on. It was a normal weekday in a quiet neighborhood located in Montclair, California, but it wouldn't remain so. It was about 3:30 p.m. when out of nowhere, someone began knocking on the front door. Savannah knew that Zoe's parents wouldn't be home for hours, so who could it be? She didn't open the door but went over and looked out the peephole to see who it was. The teenager looked through the peephole and beheld a man standing there. Though he was wearing a hat, she couldn't immediately see that he was not someone she recognized. He also didn't look like any sort of salesman, police officer, or any official of any kind. After knocking for a few solid minutes, the man tried to jiggle the doorknob. When he found it was locked, he persisted in knocking again, this time even more fervently. Whoever this man was, he wanted to get inside. Savannah wasn't sure what she should do next. They were alone, there was no one nearby that they could easily contact, and no time. She snatched up Zoe and ran down the hall to the master bedroom. The clever teen had sprung into action and placed herself and her charge in the safest room in the house. Knowing that they could be even safer, she ran into the master bedroom and locked the door. Then she leaned down and told Zoe not to make a sound. The stranger at the door had become tired of waiting. He kicked in the front door and barged into the house. Savannah told Zoe that they were playing a game and that she had to stay quiet. She was so frightened that the intruder would hear them, but she was even more concerned that he might harm little Zoe. As the intruder made his way around the house, Savannah hoped that he would stick to the outer rooms. She hoped beyond hope that he wouldn't come toward the room where they were hiding. Then she heard him enter her mother's room. The man was in the next bedroom over. Savannah told Zoe to hide behind the toilet and crouch next to her. As they sat in silence, the teen realized something. She still had her cell phone in her pocket. Quickly and quietly, Savannah turned the sound off and texted her mom, Maria, from the bathroom. "He's inside, Mom. He's gonna hear me," she wrote. "You call or come home or something, Mom." She waited patiently for a reply. As she waited for a reply, she heard the man wandering around the house, opening and closing doors as he went. When she got the text from her daughter, panic swelled inside Maria Jones. She was helpless to aid her trapped daughter and granddaughter, but she had to do something. The minutes stretched on and on, with no sign of help for the girls. Meanwhile, the sounds of the man ransacking the house could be heard outside the bathroom door. "I kept staring at the door and hoping that he wouldn't try to open it," said Savannah. Finally, after what felt like hours, Savannah's mother texted her back that she had called a neighbor. The teen heard the man scramble about a few minutes later before hearing the familiar voice of their neighbor echoing throughout the house. Despite the timely arrival of the concerned neighbor, the man had gotten away. Thankfully, though, he'd only ransacked 2 rooms looking for valuables and never found either of the girls. Soon after, the police arrived on the scene. Montclair police officers, including a canine officer, conducted an extensive search for the home invader, but came up empty. Despite his scent being on just about everything, the man had made good his escape, possibly because he had a partner in a getaway vehicle. Savannah's family rushed home after to make sure both of them were okay. Her mother and sister were very proud of what she had done. She was very smart and brave, said her sister Yesenia Berrigan. She did everything right. Today, Savannah Jones is working with her family to process what happened that fateful day. She says that she is still experiencing a range of emotions. Relief, and then knowing that he's still out there, I don't know, scary, she told a local news station. The suspect, who is still out there somewhere, was described as a bald black man in his 20s wearing a dark-colored sweatshirt, jeans, and a hat. The police in the Montclair area are still looking for him, though, and are confident he won't go back to the Jones house anytime soon. Savannah's story is a valuable lesson for any young babysitter who is left alone in a house. Always keep your phone with you, never engage a home invader, and remain calm so that you can come up with the best way to keep you and your charges safe.